I
Been up.
don't know.
You were doing some demos and meeting with the judo team and stuff with Uzbekistan. That looked like you get a really warm reception. They seem like
No, I
some.
was just there as a guest in a motivational type thing. I did a master's clinic in Uzbekistan, my home. I consider it my home. They treat me so well over there. It's like, it's like home away from home. I love Uzbekistan. The people are great. Atabek, who just got voted vice president of the Olympic, I think I want to say the Asia division or something like that. But he just got voted the vice president of the Olympic Committee. So for that region, which is a huge honor, and to have a guy like that behind the sports program is great because he's got passion for it, and he does a lot for the sports over there in Uzbekistan, and not just judo, not just taekwondo, not just MMA, not just taekwondo, everything, all the sports. He helps all the sports.
Yeah,
He's a
I
great.
saw you in a judo gi. I go, whoa! What you doing in my martial art, Hav?
Yeah, they just put it on just for, like I said, for it was a motivational thing. No, it was back great. I love that place.
Yeah, it always seems you're happy around when you're there. And now you're back and you're waiting for some UAE Warrior fights and Fight Island. That doesn't start till when? Next year in January, probably.
Yeah, January 16, the UAE Warriors, I believe, and some of Khabib's guys. We had some of my guys. We had Mo, one of Rodden Kessler's top kids who's going to go pro. He was going to go pro on this card, but because of COVID, he wasn't going to be able to train right. So Ron decided that it's best to cancel him and put on another future show. So here I'm going to have Mark Clamaco, a Filipino. I call him Mini Pac. And he's going to be fighting over here too. So I'm going to get both of those guys on here. And then some of the other guys, as we go along, they'll be fighting over here. Khabib has he bought the GFC promotion. Now it's called EFC. So the Eagles Fighting Championships, which is, he's going to help his guys and a bunch of other people and, throw shows everywhere, So he's starting over here on the 16th, this Khabib show. It's actually with the UAE Warriors and then Khabib's EFC. It's his father's tournament, in honor of his father. So it's going to be a pretty big one. It'll be pretty big.
That's pretty nice, and they can actually collaborate. Where some leagues are like, "Hey, we don't want to mess with your league. Our league's too exclusive." I mean, you see some promotions they'll mix it up, Japan and America, and share the stage, right?
It just depends who you are. It depends on who you are. I mean, some people are, some people are not. I mean, what are you going to do? Some people they don't want to promote with you. They want to do their own thing, and you can't blame them. That's what they want. So you take what they give.
Well, you're trying to keep the purity of what you're building. You're like, no, we're not going outside these lines. It's like, hey, we're. It is what it is.
Their own, that's
Right.
their promotion. It's my toy. I play the way I want to play with it. So like it or leave it. If you don't like it, don't watch it.
Here's a good one for you. What about this Jake Paul, all this debacle going on? He's entertaining us for the meanwhile, throwing water balloons at Dylan Dennis out in LA, trying to get him to get under Connor's skin. I mean, what's your thoughts on the YouTube boxing? I mean, is this just, boxing with cutting Don King out of the middle and just going to the top of the charts right off the top?
I think those guys are genius. The Paul brothers. I think they're genius, man. Come on, dude.
Right.
Logan Paul's got a fight with Floyd Mayweather. Are you kidding me? Are you going to tell me you're going to be negative on what these kids just did? Are you effing kidding me? He just got a fight. He's 0-2 for God's sake. And he has a mega fight with Floyd Money Mayweather. Get the F out of here.
Right.
So
right.
you're going to be negative on these kids? Man, I'm all positive on what they're doing. They know how to create interest. This is the thing I've always said, and I'll say it always, always, always. Whoever deserves to be on is the people that create more eyeballs. Well, these kids are creating eyeballs on the screen, bro. They create people wanting to watch them. So don't go telling me they don't deserve to be where they're at. They work hard for what they've done. They bring eyeballs to the screen. Hey, Jake Paul fought on the Tyson undercard, and you don't think that he had a big major push and why they got the eighth biggest, largest pay-per-view of all time? There's a reason behind that.
He could be
Jake
50.
Paul,
He could be 50% or 80% of that equation, or even 30. But he's a huge piece of that equation.
He's a huge piece of that equation, and for a guy, and unlike his brother, he's 2-0. He's and he actually looks pretty goddamn good. He's actually got some skills, I think, and so I just watched the clips. I didn't watch him train, so I can't 100% say on his training per se, but I could tell you this: I'm very impressed by his power and his athletic ability from the little clips I did see of him. He looked very impressive, and sleep on Jake Paul and see what's going to happen. Especially if he gets a fight with Dan Dillon, Danis, or whoever, then go ahead and sleep on him. See what happens.
Well, he's not exactly challenging Dillon to a jiu-jitsu match. So
no.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, call it for what it is, right?
Yeah, he's calling it for what it is.
But here's the thing: this kid is essentially. I mean, we live in different times. He's essentially his own promotion. He is his own, thing, because he's got 20 million people following him at the top. He could just drop a video, get 1 million, 2 million, 8 million, 12 million views on his YouTube channel like that. And a pay-per-view is what? A pay-per-view sells maybe, if you hit 1 million, you're in the big leagues, right? And a lot of them are 400, 500,000.
Yeah, I think this one did 1.6 million, and it was 8th largest. So there you go. It did 1.6, I believe. I could be wrong. It could be higher. Could be lower. I don't think it's much lower. I think it was 1.6, maybe higher. I'm not sure. But it was number 8. I know that. And, a lot of it had to do with their star power. I'm sorry, but it is. I mean, why the hell would Floyd Mayweather fight Logan Paul if it wasn't for he's going to make so much money? It's ridiculous. Give me a break. He knows, No, who's going to buy into it? Who's going to buy into that? Logan Paul and Floyd. Who? Right?
Isn't there like a 50-pound weight class differential there between the guys too? Right?
I have no idea. I don't know what those guys weigh. I have zero idea. I'm sure Logan's bigger, than Floyd, but it's not going to make a difference. I mean, Floyd's Floyd.
You could be a big giant swinging at the wind. There you go. What about if they called up someone like Khabib? He'd probably consider it, you think?
I don't know. I don't talk to him about that stuff. I personally, if I had to guess, I'd say no.
No?
No, I'd say he wouldn't be interested in that because it's not a challenge for him. The challenge would be if you told me Floyd, yeah, I'd say yeah, he'd be interested in that. Because it's a challenge. It's a challenge. He wouldn't want to fight Jake Paul or Logan. I don't know. I mean, I could be completely wrong too. I'm not thinking about nothing with him in regards to what he wants to do, other than what he is doing. Which is helping his guys promote. In fights and training the guys. Taking over the legacy of what his father did. That's what he's doing. And anything else other than that, I'm not giving much thought to. So.
Well, the crazy thing is, it's like if you are a huge social media star, you can eclipse. Like you could be more popular than movie stars. Jake Paul's got more following than a lot of big movie stars, and he's got his own channel. He doesn't work for a network. He doesn't work for so and so. That's the times we live in, and that's what's crazy. So I wonder if you can pass movie stars, can you pass sports stars with popularity, with a popularity show? I mean, like, yeah, I know, and it's like
done it. His brother's done it for him. Now he's taking over, and out of the two, I think he's the better athlete. And he's done it already. So you can't tell me, can't tell me nothing about the kid. You got to be impressed with him. And I mean, come on, he does water balloon pranks on Dylan Danis, and then he does the Connor thing, and basically he does what Connor did to everybody else. He does it back to him, gives him a taste of his own medicine, do they care? Probably not. Those guys just getting attention, anywhere they get attention, but Jake Paul, the Dylan Dennis one, I thought that was kind of funny, throwing the water balloons at him.
He's kind of aligning himself with you guys with the same mailing list. What if he called you up to train with you? What if he says, "Hey, Hav, come here. I'd love to train with you."
Oh, he has a great trainer, boxing trainer, BJ Flores. You know, he's a great boxing trainer. Gonna be, anyways. He's a good fighter. He's a heavyweight boxer. You know, he's fought a lot of fights. BJ is very experienced, so he don't need me. He don't need me at all. He's got a good boxing trainer. So any of that, go with Hob or go to Freddie Roach. Fuck you guys. Stay with who you are. It was made you. He's got a good guy with him.
You appreciate loyalty as a coach, and you're not the hungry hippo coach. Oh yeah, give me that name. Let me get all these names under my belt. You've never been that way. It just worked out that some of the best people in the world and you, just the stars collided, and it worked.
To get him, but I don't. You know, come to me, show me. Screw you. Like, look, I don't. You know, I get with what I got. You know, I don't look. Oh, if I had this person or that person, I could do this. Whatever. It's like.
Right. Whatever's meant to be. And it seems to work out. It seems to work out. Why change the formula? But I mean, you being a fighter, you look at it from their perspective too. You being a world champion yourself, you're like, I ain't going to deal with that. Some coach trying to like, hey, I got the hot brand. Come train with me. You're not going to be that guy. Right.
I had that when I was fighting. I had every coach in the world try to get me at all times to train with them and not train with Pops. But no, loyalty, man. I stayed with Pops. That's the way it is. I did not disrespect any of the other coaches, but I just listened to them, listened to what they said, show me stuff. Hey, a lot of boxing coaches, they have some good stuff out there. So if you close your mind to it, it's stupid. Open up, see what they got.
Right.
Shut. You don't want it, but open up. Let yourself open up to other ideas, because there's not one coach that knows everything. You know, there's not one coach that knows everything. There's so many coaches out there that can offer so many great advice, you know, and I think it's all great.
Well, you're about to start a coaching journey with you and Khabib. And I think that's the greatest show on earth. If I get a chance to be filming you guys or whatever, that will be a very popular show because people love Khabib, and you already see it. I see it by filming him. I haven't put stuff out there on it yet, but he's definitely, I mean, I have him yelling at the cage at his guys, but he runs the show sometimes. He'll run the practice. He knows how to take charge. You think he's ready to handle this? You think he'll be excited to be a coach, you know, moving forward?
I don't know about the exciting part. I mean, maybe, I don't know. I mean, I just know it's what he wants to do for his father. You know, I don't really know. I mean, he's doing it, and he needs more experience, but he's fantastic now. Yeah. You know, he's going to be a great coach. He already, actually, forget he's going to be. He is a great coach already. You know, it's just how long will he want to do it? I don't know. He's got so many things going, you know, so many projects in the fire, you know, and got Eagles Mobile. He's got Jacob's watch, Eagles watches. I don't know how much stuff he's got, bro. He's got a lot of stuff going, and EFC, you know, the promotion. So I don't know.
Eagle Fighting Championship, his own league, which is
he's got a lot. He's got a lot on his plate. You know,
trying to set that up with Dana and maybe bring a lot of talent. I mean, if you're just pulling from Dagestan and those areas, Uzbekistan, and you know, you're pulling in top talent, and it's a perfect.
Well, we'll see where it leads them. I mean, you know, who knows? It could be a good thing for Eagles, you know, MMA. Maybe Eagles Fighting Championship, you know, they become the Premier League at some point. Who knows? Anything's possible. You know, he definitely has got the star power. You know, so whatever he wants to do, he's going to do, and he's going to be successful. No matter what Khabib does, he's going to be successful because that's what he's driven to do, and that's what his whole life has been, success. You know, and he'll continue to be successful.
Let me ask you this. You've been a world champion. He's a world champion. When you retire, how much of the urge to the twitch to jump back in the cage keeps playing with you? How long does that play for? Does it go for a lifetime and then die down, or does it stay there you know, the first few months, and then finally you realize, hey, I'm a coach now, I'm just chilling? Or how does that work, you know?
2 years. 2 years I wanted to get, but I was so busy with my fighters and the gym that, you know, and I wasn't healthy either. My shoulder was all jacked up. So, but about 2 years, I had the desire to come back, and it was a good thing I didn't. There was no need for it. When I was fighting, there was what the most I ever made was $7,500. It was my last fight, so I wasn't fighting for money. I was fighting for pride, for achievements. For I climbed that mountain, you know. So I was not a money fighter. So therefore, I didn't fight for money because I wasn't a money fighter. I fought for pride and for honor and for accomplishments, and I did that. So what was there left for me to do? I did miss the urge to fight, but it wasn't because of the money, because I wasn't going to make any money. It was all just the competition, that energy, the winning. There's nothing that compares for me that I've ever done in my life than winning a world title or winning a major fight. There was nothing that I've ever done, you know, that gave me that kind of adrenaline pump, you know, as a sport.
Yeah.
An incredible high.
We're not asking, Khabib. I wouldn't presume that you did either, but you know that that's going to be there. I bet anybody who's a champion gets that. Look at GSP. You know, I mean, I'm not saying that he's coming back or not coming back. I'm just saying, like, that desire, like you're watching the fights, like, oh, I got to train. Like, there's nothing to train for anymore. I'm sure he'll stay in shape. You know.
No, Khabib trains daily. He trains every day. That's just his routine. He's already trained. So what he does, whether he, you know, anything else, regardless of, that's on him. You know, I'm here. So when he wants to get started, we start. If we whatever he wants to do, we're coaching now. Okay. Now next thing you know, we may be doing something else. Who knows? Regardless, I'm here for him. He's here for me, and we're doing what we need to do, and we're taking care of the people that we need to take care of. You know, and that's it. You know, but he decides what he wants to do, and I'm on board. I'm on the Khabib train. So you know, whatever he wants to do, I'm on board.
Yeah. Would you be excited if that train switched? And this isn't for, like, you know, newsworthy or whatever, hook grab. It's really like if he said, hey, let's go, Hav, would you be excited to fire up that motor one more time?
I wouldn't be excited. I just said, okay, let's go.
Business as usual.
Business as usual. Hey, I'm still doing what I'm doing. I'm still doing what I love, you know. And right now I'm working on a lot like Islam, you know, Umar, you know, Zubaira, Usman, and you know, and a whole bunch of other guys, Moblin, and he's got a lot of talent, you know. Tahir, got a lot of talent, bro. Khabib has got a lot of talent, and I'm helping with all those guys. So.
That's a deep team. You've got like an A team.
He's got an A team. Combine him and AKA together, we're probably number one in the world if you combine the two, because we are the two. I'm the coach for both of them. So, we're pretty darn strong. Darn strong.
So you were just telling me the other day you were holding pads with Usman, and he was like sensational. You were really impressed with his kicking and punching and his ability to move. He's got like each one of them has a different style. Like you would say Khabib's the grapple best. You would say that Islam can do both, a fusion pretty tight, you know, and then you would get over to Usman, who's like the mega kickboxer, I guess.
You know? No, not major. No, major talent.
Just all around.
He's just, the kid's just the freaking major talent. He is number one, pound for pound, the greatest athlete I've ever trained.
Wow.
Athlete. Okay, not fighter yet. Athlete. So that means he has the ceiling is really high for him.
Yeah.
But we'll see. The mental comes into play. We'll see. But talent-wise, I tested him so many different ways. Things that, you know, right hand, left hand. Unbelievable how well he adapted. I've never had anybody adapt like he did. Never. All the years I've been training, for me, I'm not saying he's the greatest athlete because I don't know that. I'm just telling you what I do know. He's the greatest athlete I've ever trained.
Yeah.
That I will say, and I will vouch on that, and I will, because there's like top five for me, you know, and he's number one, you know, and like Herschel Walker, Luke Rockhold, Frank Shamrock, Cain Velasquez, you know, they're right up there, you know. Daniel Cormier and his way there too, you know. There's just, I mean, there's just so much, you know, so much, you know. Islam, Khabib. Khabib is probably all the way around. It's not talent, but it's all the way around. He is to me the greatest fighter of all time.
So what you're saying as a coach, you're like, this guy's going 50 times more on the right hand punch cross, whatever combo you're doing, without breathing compared to the other guy. Like he has more go power. He's past the mark that you hold as the mark for when you're testing someone, and they don't know they're being tested.
No, that's that you're talking cardio. I'm talking about ability. I'm talking about your God-given ability, and that doesn't mean you're going to be the greatest fighter. That just means you're the natural. You got natural God-given ability, and he's the greatest natural God-given ability fighter that I've ever trained. That's all I'm saying. You know, how far he's going to go. Well, we'll see. You know, he's definitely number one in the ability, the talent department, by far.
That'd be exciting. So you could have a champion in both leagues, Bellator and UFC. That would be nice to have both at the same time, right?
Well, the possibility. You got Islam. Islam's not too many fights away, and Islam. You know, I believe Islam is going to fight for the title, and in my heart, I believe Islam's going to win the lightweight title at some point when he gets that opportunity. So I believe in my heart he will win. You know, it's just when. I don't know. You know, I just know
one more impactful fight, one more big fight.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. You know, we'll see when he gets matched. You know, and there's speculation, but we'll see. I don't know. There's nothing official.
Well, after having watched his opponent, because he got ill, but having watched his potential opponent, how do you think he would have stacked up after watching that fight? Or can you tell?
If I would have watched it, I could have told you, but I didn't watch it.
Yeah,
I can tell you, I favor him no matter what. So I don't care who we fight.
Yeah,
that's put in front of him. I favor Islam, so that's what you're supposed to do,
right? And you've had a couple other guys bring home the bacon. You've had Mowgli from your gym at AKA. He just won a nice round in UFC. I believe he knocked the guy out. And then you've had Romero. Romero came through. Romero Cotton,
yeah, nice little strong. Here, come here, bring me your neck. And the thing about Mowgli that I'm really happy about is, I told his wife, Melly, I said, hey, he's going to win 100%. I'm 100% sure of that. But I also think he might get the bonus. I'm not sure about the bonus, but there's a really good chance that he's going to get the bonus. And sure enough, he got the bonus. And the victory I knew he was going to get. I was very confident about that. But the bonus, I'm not sure 100%. That he got the bonus. The last time I told him that, they got the bonus too. I said he's going to get the bonus in this fight, the perfect fight. He got the bonus.
So he's busy. I mean, he had a couple of fights, but he was taken last minute, going up a weight class. Like he finally fought in his own weight division, pretty much. Like they had him fight some big, like the butcher of Barcelona. Well, the guy's from Argentina, but this guy was heavier than him and just as furious on the kicks. I think he. Mowgli put a hole in his leg from that. He kicked him so hard.
Yeah, it was a really close fight. I thought we won it, but again, those were too close. You can't let him go to the judges. And one of the biggest times he split his shin right away, and that played a big major factor in a lot of it. But hey, that's what happens in the fight game. It's one reason or another why you win or you lose. And that's just it is. So it is whatever. It's just like
There's your game plan, your mental plan, and then there's fate.
That's fate. It happens. It happens.
Right.
So yeah, but I'm very happy for them both. And it couldn't happen to the more beautiful couple than those two guys. They're family.
Yeah. Anybody else coming up that it's gonna fight? You get Duran fighting, I think, this weekend. Duran's
fighting this Saturday in the UFC, and then after that, I don't know who else. Mark Climaco, I'm going to try to get over here. Daniel Allen, Mo, I forgot Mo's last name, who's going to make his pro debut in the Middle East. I'll have Mo over here too. Sean Bunch is probably going to fight over here too at some point. There are a whole bunch of guys, a whole bunch of guys. So Kyle Driscoll probably waiting for another UFC call out because, he won his last contender series. So Kyle Driscoll's on a pretty good, fight streak going there. Kyle Crutchmer, he fought his last fight. He didn't fight the way he should have, but he did fight a stand-up fight, and he looked fucking really good. It's just a matter of
judges scorecard, right?
Yeah, judges, but fight to his strength too. He didn't fight to his strength. He fought in a way where it wasn't his strength, but he looked really good doing it, and it's just going to make him stronger. He's just going to come back stronger. So the team's strong. The team's strong. There's a bunch of up and coming kids too. Well,
I'm getting hit up by your Italian prodigy. He will become your Italian prodigy, at least if I have any say in it. He fights in that league, actually, the league that you're working with over there. Yeah.
No, he fights for Brave.
Oh, Brave. I mixed the two up. My bad. Yeah, he's just been sitting on the bench. He's like, I want to train, coach. Here's a guy that wants to fly over from Italy, so tired of Corona, running up around the mountains with logs on his shoulder like Rocky. And he can't get over there. And you're starting to see some Italians make their way to the card. Just recently you had Vittori have a really good victory, and you saw some hard hands.
I didn't see it. I haven't been watching them, bro, because
the timeline. Honestly, I know I'm sharing with you. I know you're on a different time zone. It's like
I'm like 4 or 5 a.m. when this stuff's on. I'm not gonna wait up 5 a.m. to watch these fights. Sorry, I'm not doing it.
No. Get your sleep when you can, right? That's how it works.
Yeah. I'm not watching any of these events. I don't care how big they are. I want to watch them, but not at the cost of my sleep. No way. I'm not doing it. No, I'm not watching them all because of the time zone. If it was different, they were the same time zone. Hell yeah, I'm on it. I'm watching. But nah, I don't. Time zone kills it for me.
So you're like you're getting to the gym after Uzbekistan. You're getting ready to get back in shape. You get your workout buddy. Omar's pushing it with you.
No, I've been getting to the gym, but the problem is I hurt my back and messed up really bad. So I really haven't been able to push that much. But regardless, my weight has gone up a little bit, not too much. I've gone up like maybe 1-2 kilos since I've been here, since September, which isn't bad. It's because I've been working out. If it wasn't for that, oh man, I'd be pretty fat.
Well, yeah, that's how it works. It's like I've put on weight from COVID. I think I'm active when I'm not active. It's a weird thing.
I love food, so I eat too much of it. That's the bottom line. I eat too much food. If it wasn't for working out, that I get to work out over here, it'd be tough. So yeah, working out in Dubai is a must. Otherwise,
You're doing it more than you did back home. You're more dedicated, right? You're just
by far.
Right.
By far. When I was at home, I was working out, but not like I am over here. It's more consistent over here. But even before I came here, I was working out at home. I was working out a lot, just more consistent here, more cardio here, So yeah, it's okay.
It's pretty awesome.
Okay. It's okay.
So we'll keep our eyes out for Khabib's cross promotion coming up here with, with the UAE Warriors, Warriors.
At EFC, their cross promotion on I think January 16th. I'm pretty sure it's January 16th. And then after that, it's the UFC on the January 23rd. Conor McGregor show. I think a couple of Khabib's guys are going to be on there, I believe.
I saw Umar on there.
Umar and Tahir. Umar and Tahir.
Yeah.
So they'll be on there. So we'll be training for that. And then, hopefully everything will work out.
Well, you're there. You're enjoying Dubai. So you're going to have Christmas in Dubai. That's something that I probably would have told you 20 years ago. You'd never eat Christmas in Dubai. Are you kidding me? Here you are. Yeah.
COVID. COVID created this. I needed to go work. What was I going to do?
How was the weather?
Stay home. The weather is the most beautiful weather since I've been here. Unbelievable. Just the most beautiful city. The weather's this time of the year is unbelievable. Hospitality is great. I mean, the food is great. I mean, Dubai is freaking gorgeous, man. It is a beautiful city, high tech, number one probably in the world in technology. It is a beautiful city, you know, and Abu Dhabi, you know, going between both. I mean, you just, man, you should see all the buildings that's going on in Dubai at all times. It's crazy, crazy how big they're building over here, you know, crazy, crazy. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I was looking at some of the footage that I did over there with you, and I'm going, you know, I looked at the stuff at Silicon Valley. I'm like, that's not even on the same level as these buildings in Dubai. When I was like, you see a big glass building in Santa Clara, you're like, wow, that's the Xerox building. And I looked at some of these Dubai buildings. I'm like, wow.
Don't compare.
There's nothing like it architecturally.
No.
Beautiful, clean, beautiful city. So much to do. So yeah, you couldn't be in a better place, you know. I think you're good to go. Well, I thank you for coming on the podcast, Hav. It was a good time. Next time we'll get fan questions. We have a little bit more notice. Fans, don't forget to ask your questions of Coach Hav. And we know there's going to be something about Khabib.
They want my son on here. I want to put my son on the podcast to ask questions, fan questions.
Yeah.
See if people want to see that. Have my son on here. Filter out the fan questions and give me the fan questions, and you and I can answer them. So
I'd love to see that. I'd love to have your son involved and have him doing the fan questions.
If he wants to do it, maybe he'll do it. If he does, motivate me to come and be on the show more.
Yeah, we're peer pressuring him.
Yeah.
Well, have a good one, Hav. Have a great holiday.